With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. You feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Now here's Morant. To the paint. Here's Drummond. Banked in off the glass.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Giannis against Jackson. And to Tacumbo. The shot misses. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, thanks. We appreciate the report. They're in a tough spot to try to figure out how to slow down those shooters, GA.
Yeah, it's going to take a great defensive effort from all 5 guys. Should be fascinating to watch.
It's all about staying attached to shooters and limiting clean looks. We'll see if they're prepared for the challenge.
And that one's good, Henry.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is a terrific passer, and if you leave a shooter open, he tends to find it.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Here's Trent following the score by Memphis. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Some solid defense there from Henry. Over Trent. Henry misses.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now here is Holiday. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. The pass to Giannis. Clock at 4. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here's Morant. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Holiday surveying the floor. Jackson against Antetokounmpo. Trent outside. Puts up a 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And here's Trent following the 3 from Henry. And it's Trent off the drive.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Morant. And Morant moves it down.
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Morant against Holiday. Portis a screen on Morant. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to Los Angeles.
In terms of entertainment,
with a whole new lineup now. And the Bucks with possession here, trailing by 10. Nunn kicks to Allen. Pass to Zeller for three. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Memphis leading by 10. Back to Jones. Memphis moving it around. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Hey, Greg, talking about the great John Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Jaw's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy could do anything. Their third three-pointer in a row.
Bucks trail by 16. Pass to Green. Here's Nunn. 1:32 left to play here in the first. 5 on the clock. Green with a screen for Nunn. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Kicks it out to Jones. Defended by Nunn. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That's it. Foul.
You think you can stop this guy? Nobody stops him.
1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Henry. Adams trying to free himself up. And he hits again from deep. 3 more points from Henry.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many.
51 seconds left to play in the first. Run deep. Headshot off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
And on top of probably having the better team, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Harris, right side. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Adams against Zeller. Adams, the pass to Henry. Fires the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Henry's got 24.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bobby Portis. Javonte Green comes in for Pat Connaughton. Trent's checked in for Grayson Allen. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Drew Holiday. Slim is out there with Morant. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Gardner in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pass to Henry. Lets it go from deep. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He scored an incredible number of points and got there the usual way, an impressive barrage of three-pointers. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going. One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Giannis. Following the basket by John Morant. Green finds none. Antetokounmpo up top. Shot clock at 5 to end the run. It's blocked. None against Morant. Here's Garner. And they call the foul, so he's got the and.
First personal foul. At the line for Memphis. One shot.
It's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. The Bucks also with the sub. Harris is checked in for Trent. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harris. That one's not going to go. Adams, some nice D.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Back to Morant. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. None against Morant. From the low block. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And it's in there.
The agility.
Defensive foul. Cody Zeller. First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for Memphis. John Morant. Shooting 1.
That's good from Morant.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Morant against none. Out to Harris. Just 4 to shoot. Over Henry. And that time, also a missed shot. Adams outside. Drains the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And so it's Memphis with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And for that game against the Thunder, this one is a coin flip. A 50-50 game on paper. Pretty even talent-wise. It's going to come down to execution.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I'll be watching on my tablet.
And now, looking back on that first half, things were really clicking out there for the Grizzlies.
It's obvious crashing the boards was a point of emphasis. They're rebounding by committee, and their dominance in that category is a key reason for this lead.
Their opponent needs to find some Windex. because they need to start cleaning the glass.
Ooh, Ernie, I see how you did that.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Slim having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the 4 and 5, Giannis and Portis. Holiday out there with Gary Trent. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
So it's the Grizzlies now, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
The pass to Trent, the tray, and the Bucks miss again.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
From outside the arc, and again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The kick out to Holiday. And the Bucks miss again.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Morant looking around. Down low. And again, another shot trained there from Henry. 41 points for Slim.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Holiday. 6 points for him.
Memphis foul. First personal foul. First team foul. 2 from Milwaukee.
And it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
And here's Holiday after Tyus Jones getting his shot to go from deep. Outside Portis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Henry. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
We've seen some kids go directly from high school, RJ, to the G League. How do you think that's working out so far?
Green and Kuminga sure looked good. And look, I think for a small select group of individuals, they should go and start working on their profession. No different than a musician, a tennis player. You should go and start focusing on your profession. But for other players, they need college development. I needed college for 3 years, and then that is what helped me become a better pro.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here is Holiday. 8 points for him. And it's Giannis missing. From downtown. And another one falls.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Portis a screen on Jones. Left side Portis. Kicks it to Allen to stop the run. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Portis the screen. And it's Giannis missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Jackson a screen on Holiday. Jones finds Jackson. Back to Jones. Drummond with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Henry. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Henry's got 53.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Giannis against Jackson. Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up. And
Jalen Jackson Jr. Second personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bobby Portis. Green comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Drew Holiday.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Zeller, a screen on Jones. Nunn passes to Zeller. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. Guarded by Green. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And Memphis making a change here.
Pick those pockets, MP! Pick those pockets!
1:14 left in the third. And Nunn has got the ball here for Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama's checked in, and it's Williamson for Morant.
Great job coaching, MP. Way to go, Coach.
We've got Williams. He's out there with Slim. And it's Aldama in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Willis, no good.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Williams kicks to Henry. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Gets it to go. That one good from Tillman.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Aldama's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Outside, Willis. Pass to Connaughton. Fires the 3. And the Bucks miss again. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Tillman. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tillman's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Passes to Williams. There's a good screen. It's good from about 19 feet.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
They need this. Grizzlies with the rebound. And there's the pass to Henry. From past the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Henry's got 59 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Count the basket.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Henry with it. He's covered by Joseph. Pass to Aldama. He kicks to Henry. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tillman. It's good. Tillman's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now, here's Portis. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement, Richard, guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment, revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're a part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's two sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you can best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Slim.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Now here's Jones. Floats one. Chalk up 2 there.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Green, the pass to Nunn. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot to stop the run, and he sinks the layup.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Jones against Nunn. Here's Jones. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.